The first thing I noticed about this cleanser is it has no smell to it, which is really important when you're creating a product that's targeting acne prone skin. Another thing I noticed is how smooth this cleanser is. Now I did add water, but I do that to every cleanser. It just helps to make it more smooth so that it goes on your face better and you don't have to you don't feel like you're tugging on it. After rinsing the cleanser off, my skin felt really clean but hydrated, which is really important as well. So these are my problem areas that I was talking about earlier in the video. This is day 1 and my skin was going through it. I was having a really bad skin month, so I was really looking forward to see just what Skinfix was going to do moving forward. So for day 2, I didn't notice any difference from day 1. The only thing that stood out to me was the cleanser was just gliding on my skin more smoothly. I really liked the way it felt. It did the same thing where my skin felt clean but yet hydrated, but other than that there wasn't much of a difference. My skin didn't transform overnight. I wish it did, but it was the same old but nice cleanser for day 2. I felt that my skin was clean. Day 4 is where I started to notice the most change in my skin after using the cleanser. For example, my skin wasn't as textured or bumpy. I don't know if I'm the only one who gets this, but in the morning I get those tiny little pimples on my skin that just irritates me, and I noticed day 4 that they were a lot less. Because of that, the cleanser was also able to glide more smoothly on my skin. I also noticed that I was having less breakouts while using this cleanser, and I also saw the ones that I did have were lessening. So yeah, day 4 was good. By day 6, I didn't have any new breakouts. My skin was actually doing really well. It was smooth. It was flourishing. It was looking really, really nice, and I was really enjoying this cleanser. I was like, okay, this cleanser is doing something to my skin and I am loving it. It felt smooth, it felt clean, it felt hydrated. I noticed my skincare routine was looking a lot better by day 6. Day 8 is where I think everything started going downhill for me. In my defense, in the cleanser, this was a day before I started my period, so my skin was just reacting, and I was like, this experiment is gonna go downhill, because once my period start, my acne, I have hormonal acne, and it goes rampage. My acne does not care for my life during my period. Day 9 was day 1 of my period. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I had no hope for this cleanser. Like I said, my acne during my period goes ham on me, and I was on the verge of just stopping this experiment and starting another month, because I was like, I just can't do this. My acne is gonna go crazy and I'm not gonna give this cleanser a fair chance. But I was like, I've already invested 9 days into this. I'm gonna see it through. Day 11 and day 3 of being on my period. Now, I skipped day 2. I cleansed my face, but I just didn't record it. I was in agonizing pain. I literally did my skincare routine and went to bed. For day 11, I noticed that I didn't have a lot of breakouts on this period. Now, I don't know if it was a cleanser, but normally I break out heavily on my period, but the only break I saw was the one on my cheeks, which I have hormonal acne, so that's not unusual for me to break out in those areas. But any other breakouts was non-existent, so I don't know what that means, but I loved it. Day 12 of using this cleanser was pretty much the same as day 11. I didn't experience any new breakouts. My skin was still the same, which I was really shocked given the history of my skin. With that being said, one of the things I was hoping would happen by day 12 is seeing less blemishes on my face. And I bring this up because on the website, Skinfix talks about how this cleanser helps with acne, blemishes, as well as dullness. And while I saw less acne and my face felt more brighter, however, the blemishes were pretty much still there. I didn't see a change in my skin. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I still had those post-acne scars, and I'm not sure if it was me just being delusional, thinking that this cleanser alone was going to get rid of my acne scars, but yeah. So day 14 and 1 day post period, my skin was glowing. And like I said, I am shocked how good my skin looked. I don't think you guys understand. I have really bad acne on my period. I break out like crazy. And the fact that I was not breaking out, that I didn't break out as much as I normally do, that was a win for me. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna take that as a win. But yeah, this is how my skin looked. Other than my cheek area, my skin was looking really good. It was clean, it was hydrated. The only thing was the blemishes, those acne scars. I will say those 2 pimples I started with on day 1 were gone by day 14. So yes, I'm gonna count that as